Welcome to our power breakfast this Monday. Now, have you been to a pharmacy to buy medicine when you were sick and that medicine did not heal you? Well, there is an ever-present danger that the medicine you bought may have been counterfeit or fake drugs, because according to statistics, quite a lot of the drugs being sold in our pharmacies are either ineffective because they are counterfeit, or in fact, they're not medicine. You could be buying chalk. That danger is with us, and this morning we want to focus on the kind of medicine we get and the danger that we face. And in the studio we are joined by Dr. Paul Mwaniki, who is the president of the Pharmaceutical Society of Kenya, but also more importantly a member of the Poisons and Pharmacy Board of Kenya, which regulates pharmacies and chemists. Karibu, Dr. Mwaniki.
Thank you.
So why are you guys giving Kenyans fake drugs?
Okay, now pharmacists don't give Kenyans fake drugs. In fact, there's no
medicine
in this country who gives Kenyans fake drugs because they are tied by ethics. And pharmacists, even the research has been shown, they are one of the most trusted people in the whole world. And even by statistics in this country, when even you, Oliver Mutegijao, gets into any disease condition, I'm very sure the first place you go to is to a pharmacy. And that one has been done.
And you say that Kenyans, by research, trust pharmacists?
A lot.
More than
any other
pastors?
I don't know about pastors, but any other healthcare professional. That one is factual. It's not that since I'm a pharmacy, I'm protecting that. Research has been done to that effect.
Okay.
So there's a lot. There've been a lot of media publicity, even the public like that, in terms of the quality of medicine outside there, and that's why I come today to set the record straight.
Yeah.
One, there's a lot of confusion about even the process of drug registration. There's a lot of confusion what is a generic medicine and what most people call original. Actually, we don't use the word original medicine. In pharmaceutical sector, it's called innovator brands. So there are fake pharmacies selling fake drugs in this country. The answer is no. And
is that?
Yeah,
I mean,
the answer is no. I can tell
are you saying that there are no pharmacies, there are no counterfeit drugs being sold in pharmacies or chemists that dispense medicine?
Yeah, that one I can confirm. If you go to a pharmacy where it is registered by Pharmacy and Poison Board, because Kenyans, when you're buying land, you're told do due diligence. Also, I want to tell the public, when you buy medicine, do due diligence. And this is very simple, by the way. When you go to, one day there's a cabinet secretary who came here and was carrying samples of water. Even me, I've carried our tools of trade.
Yes, certificates.
I want to tell the
license.
members of the public, when you walk to any pharmacy or any shop written chemist or pharmacy, due diligence. And the due diligence is check that they have the original registration certificate from Pharmacy and Poison Board. It should be original. And
it's required that it be hanged somewhere. It must hang it somewhere on the wall.
Yes, and it has to be conspicuously hanged. And before you even buy any medicine, first confirm you have seen that certificate. That shows you are buying medicine from a registered outlet. So long as you're buying from there, I can give you 100% guarantee. You'll not get any counterfeit or any substandard product.
Okay. What is the guarantee?
Let's go to where this certificate is there. Are there pharmacists who do not have this certificate in this country?
Yeah, now they are quacks, what are called quacks or unregistered outlets. And that one we have them because the current law governing Cap 244, the Pharmacy and Poisons Act, is very old, and we're working to repeal it because the penalties which are put on you when you take you to court, because when we arrest you, we have to take you to court. The penalty is as low as 3,000, 1,000. So when we arrest these people for operating unregistered outlets, we take them to court. They are fined 1,000 and they go back and open. So one thing we want to tell the public, our inspectors are there. They go out and look for these outlets. They take them to court like that. It's just like we have so many thousands of policemen in this country, but is crime zero? It is not zero. Our inspectors cannot be in each and every corner. So actually I want today to make every 40 million Kenyan an inspector of premises. And when you walk in, before you buy any medicine, check that the registration certificate of the premises is conspicuously displayed. If you find it's not displayed and you can't see an original, not a photocopy, even showing the street and the name of that premises, don't buy medicine there. That one, if Kenyans do like that, you will not even have these quacks anymore. They'll turn to zero.
Okay, the question is how rampant is it? How many people don't have, by your research? I mean, the point is there are many people out there who are selling, who are running pharmacies or chemists.
Yes.
By the way, you'll tell us the difference. And they're giving drugs to people.
Yeah, now, right now I can tell you, especially in the rural areas,
Yes.
and even in the town like Nairobi, especially in the slum areas, low-income areas,
Yes.
there's a lot of those illegal outlets. They are there. And most, they are just labeled pharmacy and chemist. When you walk in, you'll find someone.
But
Yes.
Dr. Monique, this is not a document that anybody cannot make.
Yeah, I mean, this can be made in River
This
Road,
will
in
be made
everywhere,
in River
any
Road in
printer.
the thousands.
Yeah.
And the signature which is here, anybody can sign anything. How am I to know? I go and find a piece of paper like this, with the way it is, just like this.
Yeah.
This can be done 1,000,000 times and put anywhere. How am I to know the genuine and not the
Now
genuine?
to address that, even at Pharmacy and Poison, because I sit in that board, we have even been doing newspaper adverts almost every quarterly, listing the outlets which they are registered. So, and then another thing, those outlets, even if you are not sure, you can confirm even on our website, they are there. That is what I'm calling due diligence. Anyone can make this one.
Yeah.
But if I'm going to buy land and I even hire a lawyer to go do due diligence, if you are going to buy medicine, it is going to affect your own life. It can even kill you.
Yes.
Why are Kenya not doing due diligence?
Yes. The
no way of
challenge
doing-
then is who is supposed to ensure that this fake or quack chemists and pharmacies do not exist. The Pharmacy and Poisons Board,
Yes.
of which you are a member,
Yes.
is it doing a good job?
Yeah, the Pharmacy and Poison are doing a very good job. First of all, right now Kenya has almost moved from the last 10 years from almost unregulated market to now we are a strict regulated market, especially in drug registration. And I can tell you the process of that. We have inspectors all over the country who move around on a daily basis. What we are telling the public, and I can tell you for a fact, what we tell you, in terms of capacity building of the inspectorate, it is doing very good, and you'll be seeing a lot of media arrest of people who have been in when you're doing our crackdowns.
Yes.
But as the way even sometimes even the police ask the public to help them, we are telling the public, be part of your own life. Take responsibility of your own life. Don't buy medicine from right now there are so many public, members of public, buy medicine in supermarket. Don't buy a single tablet, even paracetamol from a supermarket. Don't buy even a single tablet, even aspirin from a kiosk. In fact, then another thing, don't buy.
They are sold even in bars. If you have a headache, you have a hangover, you go to the chemist, counter bar, you buy a headache, and you take and you are okay. What are you talking about?
Yeah, let me tell you, the people who sometimes are selling substandard products, because there were some of those
Some are even expired.
Because they know when they bring those products to pharmacies, as pharmacists through our technical training, you can identify a counterfeit or a substandard product. Then they are actually taking them to the supermarkets, to the kiosk, and to the bars. So by buying any medicine in the bar, I can guarantee you are risking your own life.
Let me ask you.
Go to the late night chemist if you're in a bar at 10 p.m. Just walk across and buy medicine from there.
Maniki, obviously there are places in this country where, are you trying to tell me that you have covered this whole country and there are pharmacies everywhere that meet their qualifications for registration?
Correct, yes. Almost in each and every...
How spread is your distribution of pharmacies, registered pharmacies? Because that's why people in a village, in some small rural town,
Yes.
person will, open a pharmacy to sell
A nurse
medicine.
who has retired,
Those people don't have these licenses.
Yeah. That's what we're telling you. Don't buy. We only buy in terms of spread.
Yes.
In terms of registration of premises, there may be close to over 5,000 premises which are registered by Pharmacy and Poison in this country. So you're not short of where to go buy medicine. And if it will take you maybe to go, instead of buying from your village, to just go like 5-10 kilometers to get to be assured the person you are buying first of all has this particular registration certificate, and it's your own life. Why can't you take that initiative? Why are you buying medicine?
Again, apart from going to a chemist, you go to a clinic officer or a nurse who has a
Dispensary.
dispensary.
Yes.
They are dispensing medicine there. They are not pharmacists. Now, where is that? The certificate you are showing me?
Actually,
Where is it?
let me tell you, the clinical
Where is it?
officers and the nurses and even doctors, the only medicine they're allowed to keep is the emergency medicine, like injector. When you come there under emergency, they can inject you. Do not buy any tablet, capsules, cough syrup from medical, a clinic.
But how will they make their money?
No,
By seeing you, by
It's you.
first of all, they don't charge consultancy.
Yes.
Wanakuona, ndio unaambiwa wewe mgonjwa, na kuduka sindano, you go home.
Yes.
Yeah, now that one, they are allowed actually to give the emergency medicine.
It's
But
not
after
emergency.
that, whatever is not emergency is supposed to give you a prescription. And as I'm telling the public, even when you go to see this nurse, this clinical officer, this doctor, the work of a doctor in training is to do...
First of all, clinical officers don't give any prescription.
They are supposed to give prescription.
We were.
Now, let me ask you.
Yes.
Which chemist will take that from a nurse or a clinical officer? They treat you there, you go home.
Yeah,
That's what happened in the villages.
Yeah, that's a mistake. Now, today, I've come to tell the members of the public, if you want to get, to make sure you are getting genuine medicine, and even that medicine is supposed to be done, a lot of knowledge before it is given to you, how it's going to affect you, what it is treating, and all that. Do not only buy medicine from a premises where you are seeing that certificate. And if you think that certificate is made from River Road, go to the Pharmacy and Poison Board website. Or even once in the quarterly we do publication of the registered outlets, use that particular list to confirm. And if you find someone who is selling medicine, even that clinical officer or a nurse who doesn't have this one, report to the nearest police station.
Okay, let's get beyond the registration, which either they have or they don't have, to the actual practice of dispensing medicine or drugs, which is what happens. I mean, those very legitimate pharmacies are selling counterfeit drugs, generics or counterfeit drugs, because perhaps people who come to them cannot afford the price of the actual prescriptions. So they give some placebos and things like that, which are not prescribed.
That one is not happening in any pharmacy where there is a pharmacy. That one I can tell you that, and you can take that one to the bank. It is not happening. There is no pharmacist who will do that. Generic medicine, they are not counterfeit. As I've told you, there's a difference.
Yeah, there is generic and there's counterfeit and there is fake medicine.
Now, what we are, as pharmacists, you will find in our outlets, you will find the innovator brands, what most common people call original, and the generic medicine. Those are medicines which are registered to be sold in this country. So that's what I'm telling the members of the public. If you want to get genuine medicine, if you just think there's a chance of you getting fake medicine or counterfeit, the first thing, do due diligence. Buy only from registered outlets, people who are bound by ethics. Don't go buy medicine, because the other day we arrested some people in the cosmetic shops who are selling medicine. And we realized how come they are selling medicine. They are members of the public who are going there to buy these light skin lightening creams and all that. Some of them have actually steroids. They're supposed to be, those steroids they have medicinal use. They're supposed to be stocked in pharmacies. But even they have gone ahead due to that demand, even sometimes to stock some capsules and tablets. As inspectorate, you see, at Pharmacy and Poison Board, we even have various departments which are working on a day-to-day to make sure even we not only focus on the pharmacies which are registered, but actually we have a drug crime department which actually investigates, like the intelligence service of the Pharmacy and Poison Board. And we've managed to capture a lot of those and prosecuted. So don't buy medicine from cosmetic shops. Don't buy medicine from supermarkets. Some supermarkets nowadays have turned themselves to be actually pharmacies. And we've told them, if you want to practice the business of pharmacy, then you apply to get a registration. You're supposed to go to supermarket to buy milk, bread, Vaseline, and finish like that. Not to buy Panadol there and Edex or even cotton wool. Don't buy from there.
Why not? These drugs are called shelf medicine.
They are called over the counter.
Yes.
They are over the counter at the pharmacy, not over the counter.
So you should not go to Nakumat and buy Panadols there, or
I'll tell you, don't buy
or some lozenges.
Yes, because Pharmacy and Poison Board has not registered that outlet to stock that particular poison, because medicines are poison. And these people who sometimes are unscrupulous, who are sometimes packaging those what you are calling placebo and all that, since when they go to Nakumat or Tuskys, what Nakumat will check is maybe whether do they have KEB certificate, and KEB's sticker anyone can make. Then they stock there. Then they go to those supermarkets in the villages and all that and stock. And that's what I'm telling the members of the public. There is a way we can be able to dry up all these any counterfeit substandard medicine here. And two, there's a way we can dry up all the quacks in this country, including the nurses who are dispensing medicine, clinical officers, and doctors.
Let me ask you this.
Yes.
Let's go to prices.
Yes.
I take medicine for high blood pressure.
Yes.
Why is it that one tablet in one shop costs 30 bob, the other shop costs 3 bob?
The first of
The same
all,
thing.
The same thing.
Same, the one from BP for the same, and I know them. Now I go to this chemist, this price different. Why is that difference?
If there's any price difference, it should not be that difference. Oh, you said 30 bob and 3 shillings?
Yeah,
You should be,
whatever.
let me tell you, you should be very worried if there's such a big price difference. And one, is it the same in brand? Because if you're buying, like, for example, an innovator brand, I've told you, due to a lot of money invested in research and development, when it's coming to the market, the price is high because they have to recoup the cost of that. And you find, let's say, about
Well, what should be the difference?
now
Price difference.
let me educate the public and the two of you now. One, there's in the pharmaceutical sectors, we don't even use the words original and generic. We use the innovator brand and the generic brand. The innovator brand, like, for example, right now I was giving an example, the Ebola issue. Now Ebola is a new emerging disease, and what now you can be sure now pharmaceutical companies all over the world, they're investing a lot of money in research and development to come up with a vaccine, because most viral diseases are actually managed through vaccination. So in another maybe 5 or 10 years, depending how fast the research goes, then you're going to get a vaccine for Ebola. When it comes out, due to the amount of money invested in the research, it comes out, first of all, the price will be very high. That one I can tell you will be very high, because and then it will be patented. That pharmaceutical company must be protected for at least 20 years to be the sole market of that particular brand. We do like that to encourage people to invest money in research and development, because if you don't do that kind of protection, no one will ever invest in research and development. New emerging diseases like cancer and all that, will never find anyone investing.
That one
Okay.
I understood.
Yes, so the price will be high, but after the 20 years patent, and when you're patenting, you have to give all the
universally made,
information about the medicine and even the process of manufacturing, then anyone else now can manufacture that medicine, and now whatever is manufactured by any company, like most of the local manufacturers here, they are generic manufacturers. The price when it comes out, it will be cheap.
So, exactly.
But
Explain the difference between the innovator, whatever you call it, and the generic. Why the cost difference, and how effective are generics?
He has explained.
Yeah, how effective are they? Because, I mean,
Generic and inferior.
that is the whole
No, no,
point.
That's the question.
Yeah,
First
why
of
are they
all,
cheaper? Are they inferior? People, in fact, they are, because sometimes when you take a generic
Yes,
and you take the original,
yes.
the original has quick effect, and generic may take longer
No, that
or
is
may
a
not be
That
effective.
is a
It's a
perception
perception.
of
Yes.
the consumer.
Yes.
But let me tell you for a fact.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, why is the innovator brand expensive? And
Because of
because
research.
of the
Research.
amount of years invested. By the time you see a new product for maybe Ebola, it will have done through a lot of money in research and
Yes.
many years.
True.
So the company must recoup.
So are you saying that the
price.
generic-
So now
the
the
generic- yes.
does not require that research, because when you are now done all this research as an innovator brand, the time you are patenting it, you have to expose all the details, including the manufacturing process of that particular product. So
Wait,
20 years
Daktari,
yes.
I want this on record.
Yes.
You are saying generics are as good as the innovator's
Yeah.
brand. So why does the original, let's use that word,
Yes.
continue to be expensive even when the generic is on the market?
Yeah.
Why?
Okay, that one is the issue of branding. For example, Nini, right now, you can still get anywhere with a Toyota, but at the same time, you can get there with what in terms of branding, maybe.
Is it really that? I don't know,
can
I'm
tell
not
you for
persuaded.
sure that
Because
one
look, let's take for
it is
example,
market forces.
Diflucan
Yes.
is original.
Yeah, 1,000
okay?
bob per capsule.
1,000 per
Yes,
capsule.
fluconazole
Fluconazole is
can be
150.
yes.
250 shillings.
Yes.
Why would the manufacturer of the originals persist on the expensive drug, even if they have to make money and multiply the use of the drug?
It's issue of branding, and because like most of you can afford, you still want to say, now mimi nataka hii, I want the Diflucan, I don't want this one. You're saying manufactured in Kenya, you don't trust Kenya. And I'm telling you, the Kenyan manufactured generic medicine is as good as that Diflucan.
Really?
100% you
Okay,
can take
that-
my word
that-
to the
okay,
bank
I'll take it
today.
because you are the
And today,
professional.
That's why I'm the professional. And that's why when you go to our premises, which is registered with this license,
Yeah.
the pharmacist is the one who can give you that information. And,
Okay.
and then when the pharmacist recommend to you a medicine, you come, you have been prescribed Diflucan. And then when the pharmacist recommend to you a medicine, you come, you have been prescribed Diflucan. You can't afford that.
Yeah.
And he tells you, you don't necessarily have to buy Diflucan, the brand.
Yes.
You can buy fluconazole, which is 150 shillings, and I
This is,
recommend it to you.
Yes.
Take it as one of the products
Okay,
which has
good information.
What about shopping areas?
Sure.
The chemist, where the chemist is located?
Like for example, at the retail level, the markup of medicine is the same
Oh,
all over. Yes.
It is not the same.
Yeah, yeah.
If you go to Haringam and you go to Sri, the difference is that the same drug you have mentioned here,
Yes.
it will be sold very different from that other area.
Doesn't that explain then that there could be fake medicine? Because why should it be that very cheap and then very expensive? And what you're explaining that the margin is the same is not applicable. It's not true.
Now, in terms of pricing, the margin is the same. One of the key things, sometimes due to competition, that is something we are addressing in the pharmaceutical sector, you find some people wanting to give you, the client, very big discounts, which at the end of it, I ask them, are you really making any money even to sustain that practice, or you just want to do what is called price undercutting? And as a pharmaceutical sector, we have discussed that. And like in the next, from November, what we are going to do is that all our outlets where our members are, they are going to be particularly branded with a green cross. So from far, you can identify that's a place you'll go, you'll find a pharmacist, and the price will be the same. Standardization. That is like
Okay.
an ISO standardization.
All right, maybe let's say those who want to make more profit can hike their prices, and those who want to just sell and make smaller profit can keep it low. Perhaps that is a factor. But
Yes.
let me ask you this. What are the conditions for opening a pharmacy? Because clearly there are many pharmacies out there, chemists, that are operated by people who are we are calling nurses.
Yes.
So who should open and operate a pharmacy?
This is a process of registering a premises to get this particular license. One, the practitioner applies, goes and identifies a premises, and makes the premises in form of a pharmacy. And before he opens, he comes to Pharmacy and Poison Board, he gets an inspector to go and check that it complies in terms of spacing and all that, and to actually be able to practice medicine. The premises license actually is given to the practitioner.
Yes.
It's not
Yes.
given to the premises.
Yes.
The practitioner must be a pharmacist who must produce the registration certificate from the same board, Pharmacy and
Yes.
Poison Board.
Yes.
To the other people who are operating pharmacies are pharmaceutical technologists who have been trained for a particular period of time under a pharmacist, and at least for 6 years. So those ones we are allowing them to, right now, they are also being allowed to be given the premises license. The pharmaceutical technology must have been enrolled by the Pharmacy and Poison
Yeah.
Board.
I realize.
That you will do that.
Yes.
I will do that as Muteginjao, Dr. Muteginjao. I open one here,
Yes.
and I want to make money.
Yes.
So I open one and get a large certificate from you.
Yes.
And go another. I go to Kibera, I open another one. I put a quack, also some my brother. Then
So-
I only go there maybe a few times a day, or maybe once or never.
Yeah,
Does it not happen?
No. For a premises to be opened, then first of all, we only allow one practitioner. Like me, you see, this is for my premises.
Yes.
With this one, I cannot use my same registration certificate to open another premises as it is now.
Yeah.
You're
You
not
can't open
allowed.
two?
One practitioner, one premises.
But the truth is that you're having one practitioner
Yes.
opening these various pharmacies or
Yeah,
chemists
yeah.
across board.
Yes.
How
So,
is that?
how is
it?
Because
Yeah,
the
even
people
right
they are
now we have,
deploying there are not necessarily qualified to, perhaps, do you go to license those branches that he opens?
Yes, right now even a practice which is coming up in the country, we are seeing chains of pharmacies, and I know several
Yes.
of them.
Yes.
Right, the chain of pharmacies, the obvious started as one branch. That particular pharmacist opened with his registration certificate. For me to open another branch, maybe in Arlingham, I have
Yes.
to get another pharmacist who will be the superintending pharmacist for that branch. That is
Right.
the practice. So it's not me that now I've opened, then
you open
I
10.
can go 10 shops, then put quacks all over. The Pharmacy and Poison Board must inspect each and every premises. This license is given to a premises, not to an individual. So if you are one, Mutegi Jao, who is a pharmacist, you have already opened with your registration certificate with this premises. If you want, you want to expand.
Yes, if you
Then you have to get another professional who will actually apply. The profession actually, the business might be yours, but is a professional who will fill the application for registration of that premises, and it's not you, it is that particular profession.
Now let's
Now-
go to another subject of medicine that comes from India, from China, from
Yes.
Habo.
Yes.
Why do you refuse it? There's a lot of Kenyans taking this, and they are getting proper treatment.
From
China, from wherever, from Africa, from Mitishamba, from all over. From Masai land.
Yes, I've been to China myself. What they call TCM, traditional Chinese medicine, is vibrant there. And we're not saying that medicine, even our traditional medicine, even herbalists, we are not saying what they're doing is the medicine they're giving is fake. But what we have told even our local herbalists here, first of all, any product which is to be given for consumption to you must be registered by the Pharmacy and Poisons Board. And that's what we've told. Even from China, the same. You go there, you come with all those funny medicinal claims.
But you don't register them. And
they are registered. We have a registration process for that. And that's what I'm telling you, even those particular products, those herbal things, don't buy them from the ones which are registered by Pharmacy and Poison Board. They're supposed to be sold in the, for instance, go to those Mitishamba. You saw what happened in Tanzania with that Muzee.
Yes.
And that one is a failure of the government of Tanzania to have allowed the public to be misled like
What about those herbalists who are advertising here in the newspapers, in TV, all over?
Yeah,
Dr. Usweva, I don't want to mention his name. And he's advertising. In fact, I remember at one time when I used to work for Nation, we refused to accept advertisements from herbalists because we are claiming all manner of claims. They can treat cancer, they can treat women, AIDS.
Yes.
Why do you allow those kind of doctors who are advertising newspaper?
Actually, you mentioned something very important. As Pharmacy and Poison Board, we have written letters to all media houses, including this one. What I can confirm, this one, because you are here, we have not seen any of those adverts. There is one particular media house which I'll not name his name, but it's wrong. It has still allowed one particular herbalist to advertise there.
But there's one advertisement
what letters? What is the problem
We've
with that?
written to all, from Pharmacy and Poison Board, to all media houses not to allow for anything medicine not to be put in for public consumption. We are not, even the adverts we do for Panadol and all that, they normally have to come to Pharmacy and Poison Board to actually we check the content before we allow it for publicity.
So why haven't you taken action on the practitioner instead of writing letters to the media?
Even we've written first to the media. That is one way to make sure the media don't do that. Two, even the practitioner themselves. Right now, you're seeing very little of them. The other day, we arrested most of them and took
No.
The media has no business censoring somebody who has knowledge or information they want to share with the public unless it's very dangerous. And unless it has evidence, it's dangerous. Otherwise, it will be gagging him. But you people who are practitioners and professionals who know the efficacy of what he's saying can actually intervene and stop. Why haven't you done that?
One, you've just said the right thing. These people are coming here. First of all, you are not expert in whatever he's saying. You are interviewing me, then you are interviewing me. How do you know whatever he's saying is not dangerous to the people?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's why I've told you anything. We've written to all media houses, and even here, I'm sure you have a letter. Tell you anyone who's coming here to talk about or to advertise his practice, first confirm he should show you that he has approval from Pharmacy and Poison to come and do that. You can help the public in that aspect, as we also need through law.
But if he is practicing hard and there's nothing wrong, he's not being arrested, why should we bar him?
No, actually,
why?
Let me tell you.
You know where he practices. His clinics are all over the place, Westlands, wherever. Yes.
Let me tell you, the biggest challenge we have as Pharmacy and Poison Board is Cap 244. And because of the low fine there, most of them have been arrested, taken to court. Then the court, due to the judge's rules as per the act, it gives the same fine of 5,000. This guy is a multimillionaire. He's a multimillionaire. Anyone advertising on TV, live TV, on almost every day, that's a multimillionaire. To paying 5,000 is very little money. As Pharmacy and Poison Board, we are doing that. Right now, we are reviewing that particular act to make sure the fines, when they go to court, is as high as 1 million, so that they feel the pinch. But for now, before that happens, because we're working very closely with Parliament, before that one happens, because it's going to happen very soon, we want the media to help us. Before you even host them and allow them to run the advert, check whether they have a license or they have authorization to do that kind of publicity from Pharmacy and Poison. If they don't produce, maybe even
herbal medicine falls under herbal medicine is all regulated by the Pharmacy and Poison
all
Board.
medicine, herbal medicine, nutritional supplements, veterinary medicine.
Okay.
What about this medicine? What about this medicine which is sold by women through connections? It's never in any chemist shop.
Those are the
supplements.
Supplements and all that.
What about those?
You know them?
Why are you buying? Those. We know there are some of those who are happening like that. That's why I've told you don't buy medicine from them. Only buy anything which is for your own health consumption.
Okay, is there a problem with those?
But they have those food supplements.
First of all, some of them, I'm not saying some of them are bought from a pharmacy.
No.
Yes.
You are charged with regulation as a board of anything medicinal, drugs, or poisonous.
Yes.
Have you certified that those ones that are being given out, supplements and companies which are very well known,
things
which
like
are serial, people make money
by...
by...
Like the one they call switch and 10 sheets, what?
Have you certified them to be...
But there are many.
Fit for consumption?
Some of them, like I know, like let's say some of them, like maybe GNLD, they have registered some of their products.
Yes.
So GNLD is certified.
But when the product is registered, we are not saying you buy it from GNLD because anyone can apply, even you, for registration of our product. Even we are telling them.
So GNLD can be dispensed or bought or used. According to Poisons Board.
Let me tell you, don't buy medicine from network marketing people unless they are selling to you soap. Soap they can do that.
But those GNLD things are not found in pharmacies.
They are not there.
That's the whole point.
No, they are there. When they are registered, the only product to register at Pharmacy and Poison Board should only be found at the pharmacy.
All right. I know you have been sending a lot of questions out there, 22422. The feedback is really angry. And there is somebody, in fact, let me pick out the less angry one. Somebody says, there are a lot of generics being registered right, left, and center without surveillance on their efficacy. Why register 10 to 15 generics against one innovator brand?
Okay. One thing, as Pharmacy and Poison Board, we don't limit the amount of generics registered. In any way, at the end of it all, it's a way of actually reducing monopolies. Because if you have one or two, then we can decide on the price. That is, and Kenya is a free market. Wrong with that. It is good for the consumer, to avoid then now as practitioners being told we are controlling price.
Okay.
Two, in terms of, I'll take it.
The more the merrier.
Okay, for now, but especially, let me tell you, this country has grown, the pharmaceutical sector has grown a lot. And when you're registering these products, we wanted as many registered so that there's in issues of access.
Yeah, competition, access, availability.
The products which someone even says my product can only be sold in Nairobi. If that one says in Nairobi, but let me take you the process of registering of a product.
Yes.
There is no, as Pharmacy and Poison, we are not registering drugs without checking efficacy. First of all, for any product to be registered, there is the manufacturing site must be inspected by Pharmacy and Poison. It does not matter which corner of this world it is. We send inspectors there, Kenya inspector, to verify the manufacturing process. And two, for that product even to be registered here, that manufacturer, wherever he is, must have a pharmacist here who will be in charge of that particular product.
Right.
Two, once a product you want to submit for registration, you have to submit samples which go to the National Quality Control Lab for testing.
Right.
And once they're tested, they are confirmed, they meet all the criteria of a pharmaceutical product, then the results are taken to Pharmacy and Poison Board. Then the register gives details in form of a dossier on the registration process for the product is registered. But the process doesn't end there.
Yeah.
At Pharmacy and Poison Board, we have what we call post-market surveillance. We have registered this product. We have allowed you to marketing authority to put it in the market. We have a department of post-market surveillance, Pharmacy and Poison Board. Their work is to, on a daily basis, to go around the market, buy any product from the pharmacy and all that, and take it for analysis, just to check that there is no particular...
Okay, let me ask you. There is obviously what we call more effective drugs than others. Is that, don't you as pharmacists say this is more effective, is now new on the market, is better, the drug-resistant strains of diseases, so now a new one has come on the market. Those things are happening, right, within the profession?
No, not. A drug can only be an innovator brand has come up to, it's being launched for a particular disease condition, which that particular has not been there. Then we'll say now, as pharmacists, we have a product which is due to that disease condition. But any other generic registered, we don't say it is better. We are saying this generic is as good.
But how do you come to recommended or recommendations, recommended drugs?
To the public?
Yes.
It is you see, when you come to the pharmacy, it is I have seen many Kenyans come to the pharmacy telling me, give me that medicine, like there you go to a supermarket and shop. We should go to there and tell the pharmacist what is your problem. The pharmacist recommends. He is the one who knows on your explanation which drugs to pick and recommend for you for that particular disease, because not any, even if it's a bacteria infections, different bacteria are treated by different antibiotics.
But a doctor will tell you no. Don't listen to any chemist or pharmacist telling you what to take. Go to a doctor first, get a prescription, go and give it to the pharmacist. Pharmacists have no business telling patients what to take.
Okay. There are two. One, your pharmacists in terms of training are trained actually to treat some particular disease condition. That one is a fact.
Pharmacists, they are also allowed to
that's why we
treat.
have the over-the-counter medicine, like most of the coughs and all that, we manage that. But sometimes when, and then, where you tell you, even most Kenyans still go to a pharmacy for the first point of call, because the pharmacist, when he, due to his practice, when he knows this particular condition, like there are people who have come to my pharmacy, I'm a pharmacist, the president from Pharmaceutical Society of Kenya, they want me to treat for them a particular disease. I tell them, no, that disease condition, first of all, you have to go to see a doctor, because there are so many differential diagnoses on the same. We might be thinking it's malaria, but it's not even malaria too. It must be confirmed by a laboratory test. Then I send you there.
So, in fact, somebody asked, what about, comment about the people who run pharmacies who treat, diagnose, treat, test, and prescribe medicines?
One, for example, like,
is that allowed?
Yeah. Like, let's say, for example,
that you have a pharmacy,
yes,
he has a lab there,
yes,
he has medicine there, he diagnoses you and does all these things together.
One, like, for example,
is that what they're allowed to do?
No, that one is, this is how the practice is. Like me, let me tell you, I have a medical center. I have a pharmacy, standalone pharmacy. I have a medical center where I practice. I mean, I don't practice. The medical center, in the medical center, when you go there, and maybe some of you have been there, I will not name it, I'm not yet to market. But is one, when you go there, I've employed doctors there. You'll find there's a doctor there. There is a lab. You'll find a laboratory technology there, and the lab is registered. You'll find there is a nurse. Yes. There's someone who can do X-ray. So there's nothing wrong with a pharmacist being in the business of that, so long as what matters most is that have you employed the right professionals there? So if I'm having my pharmacy...
People think you're just defending your people.
That was the perception.
Yes. In fact, that is it. Feedback is that man just defending his people. He doesn't know what is happening. There are quacks who are treating people, prescribing medicine, and they give you medicine. If they don't have what is prescribed by the doctor, they take advantage of the ignorance of the patient and give you this other one, because that's what they have on the shelf. Yeah. They're in business.
Yeah, that's why I've told you, don't go to the quacks.
But how do, I mean, this is not just quacks. Yes. Even pharmacists who are trained and licensed want to make an extra buck. They're in business. They want to sell medicine. That's their job and work. Yeah, so why wouldn't they give you substitute medicine, even when they know it won't help you?
No. We are not doing this kind of business. And I'm not.
Well, I don't expect you to accept anyway, right?
No, pharmacists are bound by code of ethics. Yeah. And
even doctors, even journalists.
Yeah,
but we have seen many quacks.
There are breaches of ethics.
Yes.
We are, as Pharmaceutical Society of Kenya, we have not received any reporting from the public that this particular pharmacist is operating unethically, and there's nothing on record.
If the public is unaware of certain things, they don't know how to exercise their rights or to file complaints or grievances. So if somebody, I'll give you a scenario. Yes. I get medicine given to me by a pharmacist.
Yes.
I take it.
Yes.
I react badly to it.
Yes.
What do I do? And that happens quite frequently. People get bad medication.
No, not bad medication. You can react to any medicine, by the way.
Yeah.
Because right now, that's why even anytime you are being given any medicine, the person asks you, are you allergic to any medicine? And they're allergic to any medicine or any adverse drug, which some are very lethal. It is very hard to know. Yes. And in fact, we have had people who have been prescribed medicine, they have been dispensed, and later they react very badly and they die. Is the doctor or the pharmacist wrong? No. It is. There is no way we can be able to know whether genetically.
Let's take the doctor out of this. Doctors have their own problems. They diagnose people wrongly, whatnot. We find they diagnose this, it was the other, and late in life somebody suffers from that. Yes. A pharmacist, you go there, you buy medicine. They give you medicine, you go and take. Yes. You become mad.
So what happened?
What is the recourse of that person?
First of all, when you buy any medicine from a pharmacy, and I've said buy from only a pharmacy with this particular kind of premises, if you go take that medicine and even you start even feeling any adverse drug reaction, first of all, as Pharmacy and Poison Board, we have you can report direct Pharmacy and Poison Board, I've taken this medicine and I'm reacting this way. Can you investigate? And immediately, it is done real time, because even online, they'll call you, they'll get to know the medicine, and they even test. Some of it might be even the normal side effects of the medicine. So once they realize that, they'll educate you on that, because you need to know each medicine has a side effect. Yeah. If you get any adverse drug reaction, also you report it there. It might be not because the pharmacist gave you the wrong medicine. It's because maybe there is a chance of you react to that particular molecule which you have never taken. Like you get people who are allergic to sulfur. And maybe when you're giving the medicine, you do not
begin scratching yourself.
Like
okay, some question here that comes in veterinary medicine.
Yes.
Dr. Sabuni Alex, who is a veterinarian, says, why are you adamant to let the drugs to vets that they are unable to? Why are you unable to? Why are you not allowing medicine to go out that you are unable to regulate? Prescription medicines only are being sold without prescription to farmers all over the country.
Okay, first of all, any medicine, whether veterinary or human, is the technical expertise that is with the pharmacies, from manufacturing process up to the registration. The work of veterinary doctors is like the work of the medical doctors. Their work is to meet you as a patient and do differential diagnosis of you. You're saying you have fever and all that. They do examination to know it's not malaria, it's not typhoid, and do laboratory tests.
Right.
Same with the veterinary doctors. That's their work with the cows and pigs and goats to deal with the patient. At their process ends, when they decide this particular cow is suffering from this particular disease, the recommendation on which medicine to take is a preserve of the pharmacist. And that's why right now...
Really?
Yes.
Not the doctor, but doctors prescribe.
No.
What do you mean?
Technical expertise. Why even I normally tell it's not the work of doctors to carry these... they are called BNFs, or drug index, where now when they know, and you'll always realize after they are finished seeing you, they open a book to know which medicine to write. That because that's not their area of expertise.
So what should a doctor do after diagnosis and finding your malaria?
They actually supposed to transfer you for further management to the pharmacist, and that is how the practice is supposed to be. It might not have been like that because of one. Let me tell you, it might not have been like because of one. They have been they have only been having one university training pharmacy in this country, University of Nairobi, where I went to, and that faculty started in 1974. Thereabout, and due to lack of capacity, they only training 20 pharmacists per year in this country for almost up to 30 years. So there was a shortage of pharmacists, and that's why you need due to fill that gap.
That's granted, but is that what is happening? I mean, when patients see doctors, the doctor prescribes medicine, they take to a pharmacy to buy. Or to be given if it's
even give you instructions for how many weeks.
So what are you saying? That is wrong?
That's what I'm telling you, that has been the practice because of the shortage of pharmacists. But actually, in real sense, it should not be like that. Even right now,
they are telling us a totally different story.
Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you how the practice should be, leave alone what it has been because of a gap which has been there. Right now, the gap is being filled. Even right now, we are telling.
So you're telling me it is the pharmacy who knows what medicine treats what disease should prescribe.
Exactly. The doctor is to actually diagnose you and come up with a disease. The the expertise on which medicine
this one is new.
And even the follow-up to that effect to tell you about the side effects and even what reactions you might get and all that. And even the dosage adjustment is a preserve of the practice of pharmacy. Right now, I'm telling my pharmacists, even when they go to...
So what have you done about that, since that is the practice that is going on and you say it's wrong?
Right now, this is how it is changing. And you're going to see a lot of that. Right now, like in most hospitals, even like in government where the pharmacies are there, we are telling when the doctor is going, like you're admitted in Nairobi Hospital, when the doctor is going to come to you to review in the day, he should come accompanied, he comes accompanied with a nurse, he comes accompanied with a pharmacist. Once he diagnoses and he said, Mutegi suffering from malaria, his business ends there. He hands over the management, the medicine for malaria to the pharmacist to do actually, or even they're supposed actually to do together as a group. He suffers from malaria, then he asks the pharmacist, so what is the drug of choice for this one? The pharmacist tell him, the doctor can be the one to write it.
Are you telling me pharmacists go doctors around in hospitals?
Yeah. That one is happening now. Before we did have the number, so you find that one pharmacy like...
Which hospital is this?
You go right now to Kenyatta National Hospital, you see doctors.
Then went around to the
hospital, even like you go to Nairobi Hospital, Aga Khan, Mata, they are starting that process. We have advised...
They are starting, or they have started?
Yeah, because they are starting now because it is a gap which was there, but now we have enough pharmacists. Even in government, right now you go to almost all district hospitals, there are enough pharmacists to walk around with the doctors during the ward rounds and to recommend the medicine, and also to do something called therapeutic drug monitoring, is to check after the doctor, after they have together as a group, you're supposed to be managed as a professional group, the nurse, the clinic, the nurse, the doctor there, and the pharmacist. Once they give you the prescription, is the pharmacist come and check, you took this medicine 8 hours ago. how are you doing? Have you seen any difference? And if he's seeing there is no actual improvement, or if it was supposed to be medicine for fever, which fever is supposed to be controlled within a very short time, otherwise it can even cause other.
This is very shocking.
The pharmacist comes and checks that after 2 hours is your fever controlled. If it's not controlled, it is the pharmacist to do what? To in consultation.
This is very shocking because you think the practice pharmacists stay in shops where they sell medicine. They don't go round rounds.
That is you know what? Let me tell you. For many years, due to the shortage of the numbers of pharmacists, for example, even from my year and the people who graduated before me, after graduation, you finish internship, you get registered. Most of us went to private practice purely because the private practice was offering better remuneration. So with time, people have come to associate pharmacies are only supposed to be
so much wrong can
right
be.
now, there's a lot of
Are you telling us so much wrong has gone on under the watch of everybody?
Yes.
I know we must come to the end of this, but somebody says, somebody does not believe it. Somebody, in fact, says, where does this pharmacist come from?
Exactly.
Because I can't believe what he's saying on national TV. This is John Mutembe in Nairobi. Because the things you are saying seem like they are, Alice in Wonderland stories. Because what goes on in this town, medicine is sold everywhere.
Yes.
Nurses are dispensing and, medicine. All these things are cooked, shortened systems, small. And then somebody asks, why should pharmacists be allowed to open medical centers when doctors are not allowed to open pharmacies?
No. There's no doctor who has been said you can't open a pharmacy.
You can open a center and have all these components together.
You can, as an investor, even me, I've opened a medical center as an investor.
Can I, as an investor, open a medical center and employ pharmacists and others? Why not?
Yes, you can. You can. Yes, you can, because we don't want to.
But so the license will be in whose name?
The license will not be in your name. You are not recognized by medical board. And if anything happens in that medical center, they will not come for you.
They come for the person in whose name it was applied.
Disciplinary action and two, your premises will be closed. That's where the time, as a businessman, you realize you are you come in, because once it's closed, you lose the business, and that is the end of it all. Yeah. So what I'm saying is that I've told the members of the public how the practice of pharmacy has been, and now I'm telling them what it should be and what we're working towards that on improvement. So what I'm talking about, that's someone saying is Alice in Wonderland, is what is actually what is supposed to be the practice and what is happening in the UK, in the US, and developed countries. We are a third world country. We are not trained enough pharmacists to that effect. But as more pharmacists, right now we have 5 universities who are training pharmacists. There is no way now in the next maybe 5 years any doctor should prescribe any medicine without consultation of the pharmacist.
Yeah. Yes. What is the board doing to encourage African traditional medicine?
Let me tell you, that is something I've done a lot. One thing, the African traditional medicine and the herbalist, there is one mistake which has been created before. They have always fallen under the Ministry of Culture and Social Services.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. So one of the key things I told them, they have to be anchored at the Ministry of Health, because they have a role to play. I went to China and I benchmarked the traditional African medicine and the herbal medicine as a role to play in the practice of medicine, because all these molecules and capsules you buy from pharmacies, they were once herbal products. So what we've done, we have called them, we have met them as stakeholders to, first of all, they were very undermined. They thought we were coming to take over their practice. We told them, no, we want you to come in here so that you register your practice, we know where you are. Such that when I know where you are, because as people who are registered, I can only refer you as a patient. Like the way I've told you, if you come to my pharmacy and I think I should refer to a doctor, I'll tell you which doctor to go to. Because I know that doctor is registered, and in case he malpractice on you, there's a place of recourse. So we told the herbalists, come, we get you register, you know where you practice, you register your products, so that if I want to refer a patient to you, I can refer. But I cannot refer someone who is in Kenyatta Avenue, one is Moy Avenue with the
Why did Loliondo stay for all that time?
Yeah,
and there were so many Kenyans. Many Kenyans took flights and trips to go to Loliondo. Yes. Why did it happen? Even here it used to be. You used to have a herbalist who are very famous.
Yes.
People are making pilgrimages there, including one Akasawu somewhere here. Yeah.
Yes.
Why does that happen?
Loliondo, first of all, at that time got the highest number of choppers landing at that particular time. There are people who actually went to hospitals like Nairobi Hospital, Mata, and many other hospitals, and they removed their patient from even ICU to fly them to Loliondo.
Yes.
Because at the end of it all, if I own a hospital, and you come and say you want to take your patient. There is no way I can have your patient refuse. What we tell you sign here. That when you take wherever, it's your right to decide what to be treated. If you decide to go
so when did it happen?
Why did it happen? Because first of all, media hyped it. And right now, anyone who has cases like cancer, HIV,
but at that time,
say, let me try. Maybe it might just.
But Dr. Mwaniki, the Pharmaceutical Society of Kenya was not very pronounced at that point when Kenyans were being duped. If that is the case, the Pharmacy and Poisons Board did not say anything about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, so really, what was the professional help you gave to Kenyans if they were really being misled?
Yeah. Okay, for Pharmaceutical Society, I can say by then I was not even the president of PSK, and it's the president then who should have actually come out and said that.
Okay.
Then I was at Pharmacy and Poison Board. So if those mistakes, that one I can only apologize on behalf of the public. But I promise, right now I'm the president of Pharmaceutical Society of Kenya. I've just finished my first 3 term. I'm going for a re-election for another 3 terms, and because of
so I guess you need to, and that these things are still going on, Mr. President. Even now, things are still going on. There are other forms of treatment going on. We just talked about the herbalist, but there are also healings that are going on within our religious establishments with a single touch. You know, what are you? Why are you not pronouncing yourselves on these issues?
First of all,
Bishop Hin, they do like this.
Usually, okay.
Direct medication.
Okay, maybe that is something you have not done before, and it's good to say what you have not done. First of all, you know, when you go to church, first of all, not all churches are put on TV. So we don't know which kind of church you have gone, and the churches are not registered with Pharmacy and Poison Board. Even if we cannot come and arrest that pastor,
they are not
under which act,
well, we have to end it there. Dr. Mwaniki has.
Don't seek any medical help from
in a church.
If you want to see a medical help, go see a medical doctor. If you want any pharmaceutical help, go see a pharmacist. And please, my last word.
Yes.
For any member of public, even from today, to buy any medicine.
Yes.
And I hope today this will be breaking news. And apart from this one, it is one, do not buy medicine from any outlet labeled either chemist or pharmacist unless you see a conspicuously displayed premises license from Pharmacy and Poisons Board.
Right.
And if you think it is counterfeit or from River Road, please confirm on the website of PPB that it is before you buy medicine there. Don't buy medicine from supermarket. Don't buy medicine from kiosk. Don't buy medicine, even creams, from cosmetic shops.
All right, we have to end it there. That is the president of the Pharmaceutical Society of Kenya, in very strong defense of the pharmacists of this country who dispense medicine. I hope it was informative for you. Keep watching Power Breakfast.